morning, Commissioner. Are you almost ready to go to the State of the County event?
Sure, I'll be leaving the farm here in a few minutes.
Oh, I'm going to need a few more minutes. Is that okay?
That's fine. I've got a couple of stops to make on the way.
Great. I'll see you soon.
Sure.
I gotta go.
Okay. All right.
See you later.
Our meeting's at 11.
This is something the community's wanted back in town for a very long time. Thanks again for giving it back to the county.
So he's actually trying to make the arches and everything look just authentic and same.
He said a lot of them were still there, but a couple of tails cut.
Oh, I see.
I gotta go.
This is an awesome opportunity for young people to better themselves and the community.
Yeah. I just happened to be looking at your cruise stuff with that. I says the next one that White has you going on. Oh, okay, there. That'll be a meeting.
All right,
Have a good one.
All right, bye-bye. Okay, I gotta go. See ya. See ya.
It's okay. It's only like 4 miles to the event, and we still have 45 minutes to get there. What could go wrong?
Well, this isn't good.
Nah, it's just a little bit of traffic. We still have plenty of time. Palm City traffic is definitely different than Hope Sound.
We don't have enough time.
We got this.
Hey Ed, this is Harold. I'm running late. Can you handle the opening address for me?
Harold, you gotta be kidding me. I'm not the chair anymore. You gotta ask Stacy. She's the vice.
Stacy, phone for you.
Hey Harold, what's happening?
Hey Stacy, I'm in a crunch. Can you take care of the opening address for me?
Hey, I knew it was gonna be a crazy morning. No problem though, Harold, I got this.
Well, sometimes in Martin County you can expect the unexpected. But I'm certainly happy to be here. And I welcome each and every one of you this morning. I wasn't exactly planning on being up here in front of you this morning, but looks like Commissioner Jenkins got in a little bind, and I hope we'll see him soon. And what I will say is, though, in previous years, Commissioner Campy parachuted in. I think he was a little late even with the parachuting. Commissioner Jenkins is driving. The year I came in on horseback, I was perfectly on time and up here ready to go. So how about we all saddle up next year? Anyway, I'm happy to be here and welcome you to the 2023-24 State of the County Address. Please, let's take a moment and stand to pledge this great nation. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Again, thanks so much for joining us. We really are appreciative. All of you took your morning to come and hear a little bit more about what Martin County is doing and the efforts that we have to lead this county to continue to be the best county in the state. Before we get started, I want to recognize all of the elected officials that are here. There's a pretty good list of them, so be patient. So with Congressman Mass' office, we have Angel Robertson. Representative Snyder's office, Kathy Tom. Oh, wait, look who's here. Commissioner Jenkins, we were just recognizing the elected officials. We're glad that you can make it this morning. I said to the crowd that you came by car, Commissioner Campy came by parachute, and I came by horseback, and I was the only one that made it on time. So continuing with our elected officials, we have Heather Schott, representative for Toby Overdorf's office, and Ann Bolduc from Senator Gail Harrell's office. We have District 1 Commissioner Doug Smith, District 3 Commissioner Harold Jenkins, I'm glad you're here, District 5 Commissioner Ed Campy. We have our County Administrator, Don Donaldson, County Attorney, Sarah Woods, Assistant County Administrator, George Stokas, and Assistant County Administrator, Matt Graham. We have our illustrious Sheriff, William Snyder, here this morning. Property Appraiser, Jennifer Fields. Clerk of the Circuit Court and Comptroller, Carolyn Tinman. Supervisor of Elections, Vicki Davis. And Tax Collector, Ruth Ski. From the Martin County School Board, we have Jennifer Russell, the chair. Also from the Martin County School Board, we have Amy Pritchett, vice chair. From the City of Stuart, we have Vice Mayor Campbell Rich, Commissioner Troy McDonald, City Manager Mike Mortel, and City Attorney Lee Baggett. From the town of Jupiter Island, we have Vice Mayor Marshall Field, Commissioner Ann Scott, Commissioner Patsy Warner, Commissioner Joe Taddeo, and Town Manager Bob Garlow. From the town of Sewell's Point, we have Mayor John Tompick, Vice Mayor Frank Fender, Commissioner Dave Kurzman, Commissioner Kaya Mayfield, and Town Manager Robert Daniels. And from the town of Ocean Breeze, we have Mayor Karen Ostrin, Sandy Kelly, President, Kevin Doherty, Council Member, and Gina Kent, Council Member. And from the village of Indiantown, we have Mayor Susan Gibbs Thomas. That's probably one of the longest lists of elected officials I've seen attend in the last few years, so thank you for being here. And again, we appreciate you joining us, and as we review the highlights from the last year and what we have to come, I'm proud of all that we've accomplished as a board, and let me just again acknowledge my colleagues and board members, District 1 Commissioner Doug Smith, District 3 Commissioner Harold Jenkins, and District 5 Commissioner Ed Camping. As a board, we identify the priorities and provide direction. And as a staff, they get to do all the hard work and implement the vision and make everything happen day to day. So if you're a member of our county staff, would you please stand up and be recognized? We have some of the best staff, I think, bar none, of many counties around us, and we work really, really hard in Martin County to retain that staff. So thank you for all you do to implement our vision. And we're fortunate today to share some of the highlights and the projects and programs that have positively impacted our community. These projects implement our vision, and they impact our residents every single day. As you saw on Commissioner Jenkins' ride here, we get that every day, problem solving. And staff, public works, utilities, they're the folks that get these things done. I'm looking forward to all the great things to come on the horizon for Martin County, the successes, and our partnerships with many of you as we move into the future. Thanks for spending time with us this morning. And now I'd like to introduce, in order to do the State of the County Address, our County Administrator, Don Donaldson.
Thank you, Commissioner Hetherington. I'm Don Donaldson, your County Administrator. I hope you had a chance to see some of the highlights in our opening slides of the 1,100 men and women who make up Martin County government. Their commitment to excellence is evident in every facet of their work, and their dedication and professionalism contributes significantly to the well-being of our community. This past year, I've had the opportunity to develop strategic priorities, work alongside staff as they served residents, and completed critical projects. It's through this collaborative effort that we have incorporated board goals and legislative priorities. Let's take a look back at some of the programs and people on the front lines of serving residents and visitors, starting with fire rescue and how their service-driven goals help our community stay healthy and strong. We have a video from fire rescue.
This is what I've always wanted. I wanted to be the guys in the back of the rescue.
In April 2023, Recruitment Class 42 took the challenge to become the next generation of firefighters in Martin County. recruits began their fire service journey by taking part in our 9-week recruit academy, where they became disciplined in search and rescue, vehicle extraction, live fire training, vehicle ventilation, and other life-saving skills. 4 weeks of the academy include emergency medical services training, certifying recruits as EMTs and firefighters. Sheldon Morris was one of 26 cadets to become a new firefighter from Recruit Class 42, joining the proud ranks of Martin County Fire Rescue Department in 2023. This marked the department's largest recruit class since 2009, expanding Martin County's fire rescue's ability to meet the increased need for emergency services throughout our community.
You know, our fire rescue group, Chad, has one of the most professional, well-run organizations in the state. Really proud to have him on our team. You know, the 422 personnel have responded to over 16,000 patients transported, over 500 brush fires, and of course, this last year, we did finally open Station 14 after long delays and with supply chain, like we all hope we are over with. But it's a great example of facilities. We're working on the training facility, which we are hoping to open this in the next couple of months, the first phase of it. Got the tower and things to continue on, but anyway, and also renovating the rest of our stations in a timely manner to keep the facilities that they have at the best they can be to serve our public. Next, we're heading over to Taxiway Alpha, located at Martin County Airport at Witham Field, which has a long history of service to our community. Today, the current operations of this historic airfield are managed by our youngest director, Andrew McBean.
Construction at the airport junction. 2023 was another busy year at Martin County's Witham Field. The airport pumped over 5 million gallons of fuel and managed approximately 140,000 aircraft operations, resulting in an economic impact of $1.3 billion, all while being a good neighbor by maintaining a 98% voluntary noise compliance. To continue the high level of service known at Witham Field, maintenance and upgrades to the airfield and facilities are necessary. The airport staff has been overseeing 2 major construction projects to fill those needs.
So where I am right now is on the Taxiway Alpha Rehabilitation Construction Site at Martin County Airport Witham Field. Essentially what we're doing here is we're doing a full-length rehabilitation of the taxiway. The purpose of the project is to rehabilitate the pavement here that has been destroyed and damaged over time over many years.
But the project was more than repaving the worn-out surfaces.
So I'm currently standing in phase 3 of the Taxiway Alpha Rehabilitation Project. In this phase, we're wrapping it up by doing some sodding, and the electrical contractor is placing the signs behind me. This is one of the connectors, as well as further on behind me is another connector that was done during the project. We had to close this section of the taxiway off. This was a tricky phase because we had to redirect traffic around the airport using other taxiways and other runways as well, so that the construction crew can safely work in this area.
It's not just the airfield getting a much needed restoration. A new airport administration building is also under construction.
So behind me is the Martin County Airport Witham Field's Airport Administration Building. This building will house the administrative staff of the county, as well as serve as a secondary backup emergency operations center for the Martin County EOC.
The new airport administration building will be finished in 2024. It will have almost 8,600 square feet of usable space, its own generator to power the entire building in case of an emergency, and a great view.
You know, Andrew may be one of our youngest directors, but he certainly made his ability to work with one of our most humble directors, George Stokas. The two of them have really collaborated to do great things at the airport. You know, it's worth mentioning again that the airport has generated over $1.3 billion of economic input to our community. There's over 6,800 jobs, a payroll of $362 million. It's a self-sustaining enterprise fund that our small staff manage the airport. And I think some of the really exciting things, the HARE coming in, is not only building structural aircraft components for the airplane industry, but they're also hopefully moving forward to be developing and building their own aircraft at our airport, further expanding our economic footprint on our community. Really exciting things at the airport. And again, I want to thank George and Andrew for all their hard work. Next, let's dig into Public Works and how they invested in the people, environment, and neighborhoods of Martin County.
Traffic management, beach renourishment, infrastructure repair, and mosquito control. These are just a few of the jobs that make Public Works the most diverse department in Martin County. 2023 was a year filled with outreach and achievements for the Public Works Department. And the project with the largest impact for residents of Martin County was the LOSUM project.
LOSUM is an acronym that represents the Lake Okeechobee System Operating Manual. And it's a schedule for managing water in and out of Lake Okeechobee. It replaces the Lake Okeechobee Regulation Schedule, which was LORS, or LORS 08.
LORS 08 was put into place to alleviate stress on the Herbert Hoover Dike. And for the next 15 years, Martin and other counties experienced significant discharges of fresh water through the S80, resulting in several lost summers.
In 2018, which was our last really significant algae-laden discharge event, we were in the height of dealing with algae in all parts of the river and estuary. The county was leading an effort to vacuum up and kill and treat algae around the estuary and river.
The LOSUM schedule has proven in theory to reduce the number of discharges out of Lake Okeechobee, but could it work in reality?
In 2023, LOSUM wasn't the official plan of record. The Corps used what they'd learned from the LOSUM process to implement with flexibility that LORS 08 provides to basically give us the LOSUM schedule last summer, and we didn't have any discharges. Last year is a great example of how well LOSUM serves us.
But keeping bad water out of the estuary and lagoon isn't just a Lake Okeechobee discharge problem. Stormwater runoff brings another set of problems, but the Capital Projects team has been steadily mitigating this issue with their Neighborhood Restoration Project.
The Neighborhood Restoration Projects are part of our infrastructure reinvestment program, where we've identified neighborhoods that the roadways and drainage systems are failing and are in need of improvement.
And the Gomez Corridor was next in line for their neighborhood restoration.
The Gomez project consisted of drainage improvements and milling and resurfacing. With the drainage improvements specifically, we increased the volume of the swales, which will help with water quality and storage before it ultimately discharges into the Indian River Lagoon.
But the Neighborhood Restoration Project isn't just about water quality. It also focuses on safety and access.
We replaced some failing sidewalk that was out of ADA. We replaced it with brand new sidewalk, new ADA mats. We put in new signage for pedestrians. We did brand new striping at crosswalks.
With the completion of the Gomez and Cove River neighborhoods in 2023, Public Works has restored 21 neighborhoods. And while driving around these newly renovated neighborhoods and other parts of Martin County, you may have seen the Marty buses. But are you aware that the Marty system does more for the county than transport people? They stuff the bus.
Marty staff wanted to find a way to support our community. So in collaboration with the United Way Holiday Project, Marine Toys for Tots, Stewart Walmart, and MTM Transit, we started the Stuff the Bus Toy Drive. The Stuff the Bus Drive was such a success in 2023, we were able to collect enough toys to stuff 2 of our Marty Access buses.
Building off the Stuff the Bus Toy Drive success, the Marty staff wanted to challenge themselves to do more.
September is Hunger Action Month, and Marty staff wanted to find a way to support that initiative, so we partnered with House of Hope, Stewart Walmart, and MTM Transit to create our first Stuff the Bus food drive. In 2023, we collected 718 pounds of food, which is the equivalent of 598 meals for Martin County residents.
So as an old public works guy, I have to speak to a little bit about the example that we just saw there. So I think your public works department is really a collection of small teams. And as you can see, the ASH talks about some of these teams go above and beyond just the duties they are assigned, but actually doing other things for our community. And the neighborhood restoration program owes its success in large part to the Board of County Commissioners, who for years we talked about backlogs and how we were behind and road resurfacing and drainage. And when we got to do a project, sometimes we would only fix the road or only fix the sidewalk and not get to the drainage. And so when you did work in a neighborhood, it really looked very similar to when you started. And with the neighborhood restoration program and also partnering with our utilities when we do septic and sewer, the idea was to leave the community in all the aspects in a much better place. And for me personally, some of the best moments I've had is getting some letters from the neighborhood residents thanking us for that job, and then seeing a resurgence of reinvestment into homes, fixing them up after we've left the area. So I think that's really a testament to, one, being able to get our backlog and then commitment to this neighborhood restoration. And then, of course, another really great small team is with John Mayle talked about Losum. And of course, obviously the river and the environment and Lake Okeechobee discharge is a cornerstone of Martin County, as Mark Perry brought that over 100 years of communication to our federal government about that connection. But nonetheless, we put a very good, small team together with some experts, some consultants we've had for years to try to influence the Corps on how they were going to develop Losum, which we still not into effect, but hopefully will be done at the end of this year. And one of the things that they created with this matrix of trying to assess shared adversity and measure everybody's input, from the tribes to Lake Okeechobee residents to the West Coast, all the estuaries, and all of this came about. And then in the end, we were throwing our comments in, and of course, we felt that Martin County has been, how do you measure when we've received the worst burden for all of the time against these incremental changes? And of course, everybody else has their perspective as they want to start from zero today, not look back. So in any event, the long story is that we came out, and in the end, the Corps came out with Losum, and John and I and others were somewhat disappointed that we didn't feel we quite got our fair share. So this last a few months ago, we were in D.C. To the South Florida Ecosystem Restoration Task Force meeting, which is a mouthful, but it has to deal with, they set some of the core priorities and the funding schedule and make comments to Congress. And after that meeting, there was a reception by, I think it was the Everglades Foundation or Friends of the Everglades, and everybody got a chance to kind of talk. And in that time, John and I were having conversations, and I was expressing my viewpoint that I didn't think Martin County got its fair share, of which I got a number of gasps and horrified looks from members around the room saying, "Are you kidding me? Martin County punches way above its weight. I don't know how you got everything that you got." So again, we're not satisfied. The community is never satisfied, but I can only say that I was proud to know that our team did a great job of really advocating for our community, and continues today with these storage discharges and doing measurements that we can throw back in their face of real data, real science, real measurements showing how we do. So anyway, again, just an example of a small team doing great things. And so now, while we're talking about our community, let's take a look at population. And so contrary to popular opinion, the numbers tell the real story. In 2023, Martin County issued just over 500 residential permits. Palm Beach County, 5 times that amount at 2,500, and Port St. Lucie alone issued almost 8 times that number at 3,800 single-family permits, which is an average. Our average is only 1.3% annual growth in Martin County over the last 30 years. It seems fitting to also talk about land. I'm proud of the pivotal role Martin County has taken in protecting our natural resources and safeguarding the environment. We continue to refine land development regulations and adapt current planning trends while preserving open space. Martin County currently manages over 33,000 acres of conservation and recreation land, and as stewards of our public land, we retain our character by balancing sustainable growth, continuing to make Martin County a true gem on the Treasure Coast, a place we are very proud to call home. Our Parks and Recreation manages more than 1,700 acres of public land made up of 73 parks, beaches, and causeways, including a public golf course, a fun water park and a campground with many amenities. So let's see how Parks and Rec is taking care of our youngest residents with an emphasis on education through play.
In 2023, the Martin County Parks and Recreation Department made some landmark progress with several projects. Phipps Park, Charlie Layton Park, and Langford Park all received upgrades to their facilities and programs. In keeping with the theme of improving our parks, in 2023, the renovation and expansion of the Stewart Beach parking lot was completed. But it's not all about Parks and Recreation in Parks and Recreation. There is a small program offered by the department that does an enormous amount of good for the community: the After and Out of School program. This program provides a fun, safe, supervised, and educational environment after school lets out.
Kids enjoy coming every single day. They know that when they come off the bus, they're going to be greeted by a staff member that's going to give them a high five, that's going to welcome them, and they're going to feel loved and cared about. And that's really what it's important to me for these families, is for the families to know that the kids have somewhere that they can come and that they're going to be safe and they're going to learn and they're going to grow here.
The program runs every day in Jensen Beach, New Monrovia, and Golden Gate communities, and supports more than 200 students a year. Each day, the kids participate in group-based physical activities, as well as an hour of educational study time and homework help provided by the recreation coordinators and outside tutors. The Martin County staff involved with this program are more than just recreation coordinators. They are mentors to these children.
It's important to be a good mentor to the children because everyone needs that special person to push them, encourage them, give them some support, and also believe in them.
Any student from ages 5 to 18 enrolled in the Martin County school system or any Martin County resident youth can enroll in the program.
The teen program is really important because it gives the teens in Martin County a voice. Not many counties have the opportunity to actually sit down and listen to the teens and what are their needs and their wants, not only for a fun portion, but also to see sometimes they need the mental health, sometimes they need homework help, and we tend to help them out with that and kind of mentor them into the correct path.
And what makes it even more special is that it's free, thanks to the funding provided by the Children's Services Council of Martin County. It's another way that Martin County is supporting our community.
You know, I think, again, it's a great illustration of how Martin County, our local government teams and partners with our nonprofits to really collaborate and help our community, and especially those who are most in need. So another department providing valuable programs for our residents of all ages is our library system. Staff began homebound delivery service in 2023 and also started adult and caregiver connection events. Introducing local service providers to our community. This includes emergency services like fire rescue, registration for the special needs shelter during hurricane season, and meeting Remy, a canine law enforcement officer trained to find family members who may be lost or wandering. Last year, the library celebrated 65 years of informing, inspiring, and connecting with the community, and we couldn't be more proud. So far, we've highlighted projects for folks traveling by cars and planes, programs for special needs residents and seniors, and kids who have a safe and fun place to go after school. But thanks to the Office of Tourism and Marketing, I'm positive we've got everybody covered.
Martin County's Office of Tourism and Marketing is known for its innovative and creative programs and outreach efforts. OTM brought home over 20 awards in the past year. The tourism staff has shown that they know how to connect with both visitors and residents. One of the more recent awards earned was the Gold Stevie Award, Sustainable Service of the Year for the Explore Natural Martin program.
Explore Natural Martin is the Martin County Office of Tourism and Marketing's ecotourism program. It was created due to a lack of environmental programming on our amazing conservation lands. We have over 100,000 acres of conservation lands for people to explore, and so Explore Natural Martin was created to get people out there to experience it and learn about it and learn how they can better protect it as well.
Explore Natural Martin has a diverse array of programs, including birding, guided walks and hikes, led kayak tours, programs that highlight the different ecosystems in Martin County, specifically the scrub habitat, pine flatwoods, things like that.
And if you're wondering if there's nature programs for your four-legged friends, tourism is getting some tails wagging.
The Bark Ranger program is a fun way to promote enjoying the outdoors responsibly with your pet. And BARK is actually an acronym. It's Bag Your Waste, Always on Leash, Respect Wildlife, and Know Where You Can Go. So really promoting this concept of just thinking a little bit more and really, being responsible with your pet while you're outside. And if you're curious about it, you can find out at martinbarkranger.com. And you can take the pledge to follow the rules of BARK and have your pet become a Bark Ranger. And you will get a Bark Ranger bandana for your Bark Ranger and a dog tag, and you have a cute little pledge card to sign as well.
And if you're the type of person who likes to earn while you learn, well, the Office of Tourism has got you.
And a really fun program we have that we feature on explorenaturalmartin.com is our Eco Trail. So if you're looking for places, whether it be preserves or nature centers, they're listed, and you can check in when you are there, earn points, and earn prizes for those different categories of points. So just a great, fun, positive way to give people the opportunity to get out in the lands around Martin County.
You know, our tourism group really is one of the best in the state. We're lucky that we have them, and that it was really creative for them to find a way to. We have such beautiful natural areas, and we've done restoration, but getting folks to actually go out and visit them, and especially those who may not know much about it, and to go with an expert who can describe to what's happening in nature, why it's what we've done, has been a really great asset to us, and I invite any of you all to take advantage of that. It's really an impressive program. Everything from kayaking in the estuary to boardwalks around wetlands or upland preserves. It spans the whole county what they're working on. So while providing services to our residents is the county's primary role, we can't do that without an engaged community. Our Office of Communications keeps our residents apprised of what's happening, where to find information, and how they get involved.
Hi, it's Mac.
Hey, what's up, girl?
Let's talk. Our team shares info on behalf of the Martin County Board of County Commissioners.
Oh, share.
MCTV provides access to meetings, events, and county-specific programming.
Not bad at all.
And we work closely with local media.
The media?
Yeah, the media.
Resulting in 119 news stories. And do we get social? In 2023, we achieved over 2.4 million views across all social media platforms.
Like on Facebook?
And Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And the website had 900,000 users and 3.5 million views last year.
That's incredible. It's incredible!
And get this, altogether, our department sent over 3.6 million newsletters, info releases, meeting announcements, agendas, and more.
That was a lot of words.
So check out our website, connect with us on social, and sign up for a newsletter, and come back to see me in the next Max Minute.
Well, thanks, Matt. That was a whirlwind of information in just 60 seconds, So for those of us with a little bit of ADD, it really helps to have abbreviated messages. And just one more creative way our communications team is working to engage and share information. The sense of community pride in Martin County is truly remarkable, and it reinforces a strong foundation in which we stand. Each day, I'm reminded of the countless achievements and positive impact we make together. As we celebrate these accomplishments, I'd like to acknowledge our community and staff for their continued collaboration. As I look toward 2024, I believe we will continue to implement programs to enhance our neighborhoods, preserve quality of life, ensure public safety, support local businesses and industry, and bring increased accessibility to our area. Together, we will move our community forward. I'd like to extend my thanks to the Board of County Commissioners, our District 1, Doug Smith, District 2 Commissioner and Vice Chair Stacy Hetherington, District 3 Commissioner and Chair Harold Jenkins, District 4 Commissioner Sarah Hurd, and District 5 Commissioner Ed Campy. And special thanks to our County Attorney, Ms. Sarah Woods. She and her team provide support every step of the way. Thank you, Sarah. With board priorities ranging from water quality to land acquisition, an emphasis on customer service and fiscal responsibility to workforce housing, their leadership and support are essential to our collective achievements. To our legislative delegations, both federal and state, I thank you. A special thanks to Brian Mass for assistance in securing funding for the battery backup at our emergency operations. May seem like a small thing, but we had lead-acid batteries basically managing all of our systems, our computers, and our 911 backup system. And I'm proud to say that I was able to include this in our speech since it actually transferred this last Monday night, and everything worked. So anyway, it's a big deal for us because our whole computer system had actually never been turned off, and since I think it was created. And so that's anyway, small thing for us, but again, it shows how our legislators can step in and help with is seemingly a small thing, but has a big impact on our community, especially when it doesn't work. I'm also thankful for our constitutional officers and the relationships we've built. Sheriff Will Snyder, Martin County Property Appraiser Jenny Fields, Supervisor of Elections Vicki Davis, our Clerk at Court and Comptroller Carolyn Timon, and our Tax Collector simply Ruth Ski. Together, our community benefits from the services you and your staff provide. Thank you. And I would be remiss without mentioning Judge Waters and the work she does in collaboration with our Human Services and Mental Health Court. You know, this is, again, a small thing, but making a big difference in our community. And recently, the board approved some funding last meeting for opioid, which Michelle Miller and her team will be using to try to help with that crisis, which is ongoing in our community. As you head out, grab a copy of our annual report and check it out. There are so many projects and programs and accomplishments included that I didn't mention. In closing, it takes all of us, our staff, every person plays a role in serving our residents and visitors. Thanks for being a part of that, a part of our community. And remember, it's a collection of the small things we do that make us great. Thanks and have a great day.